It's like fires, and we've learned a lot. We've become very good at this. When you look at what's happening, when you look at the numbers coming down, a lot of states are in really great shape. You're going to see a lot of openings. But I'll be speaking to the governor of Georgia in a little while.
Okay. Mr. President, so the American people need to be prepared for going back to social distancing, even if things relax over the summer, but come the fall, if the virus comes back in coincidence.
Well, I could see them, and I'll speak for the doctor, and if you'd like either of you to say, but I would say that you keep away until this thing is gone. It's going to be gone at some point. It's going to be gone. And I would say you keep away and you do the social distancing until such time as you know it's gone. We'll know when that time is.
Your executive order is to last for 60 days. How will you decide whether to extend it? Does it
Well, I'll look at the
depend on-
economy. I'll see where we are with the economy, basically, and I think I'll have a very easy decision to make. I hope that the economy is going to be great by that time, but we'll see. But right now, in light of the fact that Americans are out of jobs, I can't be taken in.
Roll it for another 60 days, or?
Well, I could roll it for 30 days, or I could roll it for much more than 60 days. We'll have to take a look at the time, but we'll be looking at 60 days, and we'll see what it is. Yeah, in the back.
And there is reporting that you...
Under immigration order.
That's all right. You go. Why don't you go, and then you.
Okay, on the immigration order, we'll continue with that. There is reporting that you may actually sign a second order to even limit more of those exemptions that you were just talking about. Can you confirm that
It
you
could
are
happen
considering?
if I want, but I won't be doing it tomorrow. I'll be signing the primary order, and then we have a secondary order that if I want to do that, we'll make that determination. We
Is
can
that-
do that. Yeah, we can do that at a little bit different time if we want.
But that is under consideration at this
Yeah,
time, the
sure,
second
sure.
order?
Secondary orders, yeah. Please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have two questions, one from me and one from a reporter who couldn't be in the room because of
You
social
always have
distancing.
One from him, one from her.
That's the seat. This is a
Okay,
print
good, that's
seat.
good. Fine.
So my first question is about you campaigned on reducing legal immigration. I remember your speech in Phoenix in 2000.
We have a secondary order that if I want to do that, we'll make that determination. We
Is
can
that-
do that. Yeah, we can do that at a little bit different time if we want.
But that is under consideration at this
Yeah,
time, the
sure,
second
sure.
order?
Secondary orders, yeah. Please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have two questions, one from me and one from a reporter who couldn't be in the room because of
You
social
always have
distancing.
One from him, one from her.
That's the seat. This is a
Okay,
print
good, that's
seat.
good. Fine.
So my first question is about your immigration order. You campaigned on reducing legal immigration. I remember your speech in Phoenix in 2016 on reducing legal immigration.
No, I campaigned on legal and illegal, but no, I've always said you have to come into the country legally, so not legal. What I campaigned on was people just flooding our border and stopping. And by the way, speaking of that, we have 170 miles, almost 170 miles of very powerful border wall up, and it's moving rapidly, very quickly, and it's having a tremendous impact, and it's making our job a lot easier. Plus, Mexico has 27,000 soldiers right now on our southern border that we share with them, and Mexico's been terrific. They've really helped.
You also campaigned on reducing legal immigration, and I'm wondering if some critics are saying that you are using the virus now in this crisis to follow through on that promise to reduce legal immigration.
No. Well, I want people that are in this country, I want our citizens to get jobs. I don't want them to have competition. We have a very unusual situation where something came in that nobody has seen for many, many decades. Probably 1917 would be the closest analogy if you look at it, when you look at the contagion, the kind of contagion we're talking about. So, no, I'm not doing that at all. I want the American worker and our American citizens to be able to get jobs. I don't want them to compete right now. There's a big difference when we have a full economy, and frankly, where some of the companies, we have many companies moving in, where they need workers. That's a big difference between that and where all of a sudden a lot of people lose jobs.
As you know, a lot of farmers rely on seasonal migrant workers that
that's
come in
not
on
going to be
the
affected. The farmers will not be. That's an important point. The farmers will not be affected. Yeah, that's a very important point. I mean, it's a great point, actually. I'm glad you brought it up. No, the farmers will not be affected.
They've
They've had cases where they stopped everybody from coming in, and all the farmers went out of business. They were literally out of business. You remember that, Brett? It was not so long ago. But it's easy. It's easier to stop everything cold than it is to plan it so that the farmers have the people that have been working on those farms for many years, and that's what we're doing. No, the farmers will not be affected by this at all. If anything, we're going to make it easier, and we're doing a process that'll make it better for those workers to come in to go to the farm where they've been for a long time.
Now, for a question from a reporter who's out of the room, this is from the Washington Times.